my name is Sam. Thanks for checking out this video. If you get to the end and liked it, then subscribe, bell notification, and give the video a thumbs up. I'm sorry, I hope I'm in frame. It's been a long day. I've done so much the last 24 hours. And, we're doing this on the floor. We are going to talk about all of the books I hauled in September. Actually, I had a very good month. I don't know that I really bought anything that I wasn't planning on buying. And I kept it to 6, which, if you've ever been on any of my other haul videos, that's a very good month for me. And I'm hoping I can keep it actually even lower in October, because I have to, because student loans have started, because the Canadian government hates people. Like, just increase my taxes and give us universal post-secondary. Anyways, the books that I managed to accumulate this month. So starting off with my pre-orders, I got my copy of The Silvered Serpent by Ashley Chatsky. This is the sequel to The Gilded Wolves. I read it actually through the audiobook I got through the library while this was in the mail still to me. But I have read it already. So I do wish they would have foiled the title, the red, because The Gilded Wolves, I think maybe I'm crazy. I just feel like there was a reflective-y part on the Gilded Wolves cover. I guess I could go look, but whatever. But, yeah, it's really, really pretty up front. I think it's just a little bit, maybe they should have, like, glittered or metallic or something like that. Like, I don't know what we're going to call it in this world, but either, is it the Kremlin? Probably at the bottom there, or maybe some of the foil. Something on here should have been foiled. It seems just a little flat. But it did come in. There's the back. This is the sequel, like I said, to The Gilded Wolves. And so we travel to Russia in order to continue trying to solve all of the mysteries that we ran into in book 1, and we run into a bunch more puzzles and a bunch more complications because it is this new geography that they're not aware of, and a bunch of other things come into play here, including specifically one of the characters who thinks that they're dying. So, this is it. And sorry, the under dust jacket. There's no foiling, which again, I feel like there's some foiled element missing on this, especially from Wednesday Books. They normally do something like that, but they did imprint, emboss, whatever the word is, a snake on the cover here. Again, too, I'm like, why this spot? It just seems slightly off-centered to the right, but not in the corner, but like kind of near the, why not the center or the top? I don't quite understand that, but anyways, I enjoyed the book. It's not as good as book 1, but I'm very happy I own it, and I can't wait for the 3rd book. I also got my copy from Goldsboro of The First Sister. This is the UK version. There is a different US version, which I said in one of my videos, I bet you anything they're not foiling. Apparently they did foil the US edition, which is fantastic for once. I hope they keep that energy up. But this is the Goldsboro edition with the edges, as you can see there, with the shooting star. I did end up canceling my Goldsboro edition, or sorry, not my Goldsboro edition, my Goldsboro membership after the Bone Shard's Daughter book does come. So from October, November and December, and just to save for Christmas, but also I am wanting to purchase the Finnish versions of the Nevermore series, Nevermore and Wondersmith. I found the Finnish versions, and they're about $40 Canadian, so they're a tiny bit cheaper than a Goldsboro monthly subscription, and just winter, and I really, really want those. And these are ones that I'm gonna read, but the Nevermore ones are ones I'm actively collecting. So if I want to go back in January, because I really did like the service, I will. But this is the September book, I think. Yes. So we have the shooting star and the black sprayed edges all the way around. And then the end pages, there's nothing there, though it is signed and numbered, number 175. And the end pages, or sorry, the underdust jacket is plain, but the spine is red to kind of match the writing on the back. It's very pretty. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it'll show on camera, but they have these like random spots that look kind of like, it was like a spot that got wet but like dried differently. You know what I mean? I don't know how quite to explain it. I am very curious to give this a read. Moving on to my impulse buys, which even though they're impulse buys, they were books that were on my radar. None of these books I went into a bookstore and was like, oh, I've never heard of this, I shall buy it. No, none of that happening. So I bought book 4 of the Magic Misfits series. It's called The Fourth Suite. I think it's the last in the series. I do not own book 3. Someone sent me was supposed to get me, I think, last year for my Christmas gift in one of my Secret Santa groups. Book 3, that was what was on my wish list, but they accidentally got me book 2, which I already owned, so I just gave it away, and I haven't seen book 3 on the stores anywhere here, which is getting annoying. Hopefully I'll get the proper book 3 this Christmas. But yeah, so this is the final book. I haven't actually read the summary, I just know that I loved book 1 and I loved book 2. There's a lot of reflective and metallic-y elements of it. I do wish they would have titled these books differently, though. There's like, it's the first one is called like just The Magic Misfits, then the second one is the second story, and I think the third one's called like The Third Story or something like that, and then this one's The Fourth Suit. So it's also kind of hard to find on the cover. They should have probably placed that somewhere else, but... And then we have a spade, and each of the books have these elements. And then the under dust jackets as well. So they did a beautiful job designing these middle grade books. I just wish they would put this effort in to books after the middle grade, because people are still visual people. But anyways, so all 3 of these books I bought because J.K. Rowling just had a transphobia flare up this past month or so. All of them were on my radar to pick up anyways, so I was just like, you know what? She says transphobic things before. She likes to pretend that Hogwarts was far more diverse than she actually wrote it, instead of just being like, yeah, I had a privileged white perspective, I'll do better. No, she just keeps doubling down on saying stupid shit. And then people pointed out she named a character Cho Chang, which, like... I mean, like, I know the internet wasn't as big as a thing and quite as, like, reaching at, like, didn't offer the same amount of resources when she wrote those books, but like, Cho Chang, really? I remember even as a kid being like, okay, if no one mentioned it, I'll just, like, I'm not Chinese, I don't know, I'm a kid, whatever. No, yeah, no is the problem. But anyways, so first up, I picked up a copy of Cemetery Boys. This is also a wonderful 3 books where they all have under dust jacket stuff on them. So Cemetery Boys, it is also the first book written by a transgender author to hit New York Times bestsellers, I believe, which is awesome, but sad that it's 2020 and it took that long. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. I'm hoping to read it in October, and there's nothing really nothing like metallic-y or foily. The gloss on the back, like the little detailing is a bit glossy, and then the front is a little bit. And then the under dust jacket, the pages are like a yellowy, like an aged yellow. I don't know how else to explain it. Kind of like the yellow of the sun there. And then the under here has this beautiful, I can't tell if I think it's just gold foiling, and because of the mauvey color around it, it looks like rose gold. Whatever the reason being, we have flowers there, and then on the spine as well. It's very prettily designed. They did a really good job on this, and congratulations to the author for that achievement. And I think it's been on there for 2 or 3 weeks now, so definitely pick up yourselves a copy. All I really know about this is the main character accidentally raises someone from the dead while playing around with magic while he's trying to prove to his family about all the skills he has, when the family's a little bit hesitant. I haven't read it yet, if you can't tell. Hesitant to accept the character's gender and sex and all the troubles of being someone having to come out to your family who maybe isn't completely supportive. So I am super excited to read this ASAP. I also picked up Raybearer. I was debating picking this up like all in the month of September, and I was like, no, you have to be a responsible adult and pay all your bills and everything first, and I hated that. So then I just, I did that in August, I think it was. Or maybe, I don't remember. Anyways, but I did end up picking up a hardcover copy. I think the paperbacks came out of this one too right away. So you can see there's a little bit of reflection from the title. And then the under dust jacket is a red, and then, the end pages are red. The under dust jacket is purple, and it takes the character and the hair, and then gold foiled that. It's beautiful. They put a wonderful job on this. And the spine is very pretty, and it's another one that I've heard absolute nothing but just pure praise about it. I don't honestly remember anything about what the book's about anymore at this point. Everyone just seems to love it, so I have it, and I'm hoping to get to this in November, hopefully. I'm hoping to get to this in November, hopefully, like redundant. Yes, November game plan. And the final book that I managed to accumulate, wow, this video might be a reasonable length for once. I picked up Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I keep wanting to say some other last name. I don't know why double N throws me so much. But this is actually the Indigo staff pick of the month, or the book club YA, whatever we're calling it, pick for Indigo for October, so I think it's down to $20, which I should have waited because I spent full price on this book. But the front is basically matte, except there's a little bit of reflection in like these arm magic, like the blue and the red swirls around there. And then the title itself is also reflective-y, and it's got the blue more on that matches the blue here, and then the red on top here. It's very prettily designed. They did a great job on that. And you can see a little bit more clearly on the spine. And I think there's another one that hit New York Times. I think so. And the end pages don't have anything, but the under desk jacket takes the little O symbol that's on the cover there too, and puts it in here, this is exactly what they should have done for the Year of the Witching book. Take that emblem thing that they put on the UK version and put it on the under dust jacket of the US versions. Anyways, but it's red. I don't know if there would have been a way for them to like take the red and blue and keep that on this, because that's kind of hard to do on this material, the way that they did the blue to the red on here. But either way, it's very pretty, and I am super excited to read this probably again in November is my goal. And another one, heard absolute praise just nonstop about this book. I have not heard a single negative thing about any three of these. So those are the books that I managed to buy in the month of September, right? Yeah. I am really happy with those. One of them I've literally already read. The fourth Magic Misfit I'm going to read once I get the third Magic Misfit. The First Sister, I don't have a plan quite yet. I'm trying to organize my TBR to tackle all of the Goldsboro books that I have got. I think I've gotten 3 or 4 months of those now. So I read The Story of Silence, but I think I've gotten 4 of them and I haven't read 3 of them. So I'm gonna wait until the Bone Shard's Daughter shows up and probably put them on the TBR that's the month following that. And then, yeah, that's the game plan for the foreseeable future. What did you manage to purchase in the month of September? Did you get any of these? Have you read any of these? I'd love to know. I will link all of these books in the description box down below. I will also link all of my social media. If you follow me, I will follow you back. Wear a mask. Black Lives Matter. When Ruth Bader Ginsburg says to not do something, like leave her seat unfilled until the last presidential election, don't go against wherever RBG went. She's still messing with the world and trying to do her best to save everyone. But anyways, wash your hands, wear a mask, and I will see you all next Tuesday.